That was a light media day today. But no, big game coming up, Monday Night Football. Excited about another opportunity as we clean up some of the things from the Denver game. Going back and watching the film. Any day we take care of the football, we feel like it's a different outcome, and so that's on us, which obviously at this point stinks to look back on it, but is exciting knowing that at the end of the day, we go out, we take care of business, we can play really good football, and we're hard to stop. So excited about another opportunity Monday, division matchup. My first taste of NFC North football, so I'm excited to get out there. I know I'll be rocking at US Bank Stadium here in downtown Minneapolis, so excited to get the week rolling.
How did you evaluate a game where you guys consistently moved the ball, but then had the turnovers and field goals in the red zone?
Yeah, we you evaluate it you take the good when it's good, but you also circle those 3 important plays that ultimately changed the game. Where they scored 9 points off turnovers, I believe, and ultimately it's a 1-point game. So if you turn it over twice, just doing the simple math, you win the game by that perspective. And if you don't turn it over at all, obviously it's a completely different ballgame. So, even with that being said, we know that after all the turnovers, after all the plays, we had the ball 1st and 10 on their 10-yard line with a touchdown that seals the game. And that's the situation we want to be in as an offense. And when we get in that situation, it's, better execution to put the ball in the end zone to close out the game, especially on the road versus a good opponent. So there's learning opportunities, but there's a lot of positives to build upon. And that's what we're taking from the film last week, and we're on to the next opportunity.
Josh, you've been here a few weeks. What do you feel like is key to establishing trust with the play caller just as you move forward?
Yeah, establishing trust with any play caller is early success and early operation, right? When a good play is called, getting in and out the huddle and maximizing the looks that the defense gives you. And if the defense does a good job of taking away whether it's a shot or a down the field option, of hitting the check down, getting in a manageable 2nd and 3rd down situation, going out and executing, and just allowing the game to come to myself as a quarterback and also to the play caller. So it's getting to that rhythm as quickly as possible, which we felt like we did on the road in a difficult environment to do it in. And so that's exciting. Obviously, when you're at home, it's a little easier when you're able to manage the noise and everything. So, yeah, we just got to get in a rhythm as quickly as possible and then go out and play good football from there.
Josh, your thoughts on Kareem Jackson getting suspended, and any thoughts on how that was missed as a penalty?
Yeah, I saw that obviously after the game, and obviously the NFL deemed it a hit to suspend a guy for several games. So we'd like to have seen a flag thrown on the play if it was that type of hit. But at the end of the day, I can't live in a world where I'm trying to get bailed out for fumbling the ball by the reps and stuff. So as I look back on it, it's get the first down, protect the football. Even if you don't get the first down, protect the football. Don't give the defense a short field. They did a good job of playing the play. Mike came over the top. And so when that happens, protect yourself, protect the football, live to play another down. So that's my mindset behind it. Yeah, and so, NFL will handle the fines, suspensions, and the calls that the refs made. But at the end of the day, we got to handle our play on the field and protecting the football in those situations.
How much of the playbook do you know, and how do you feel you've mastered this offense?
Yeah, master is probably a far stretch, just because always growing and improving, and stuff that's been installed throughout the year will get reinstalled, and so it's a constant learning each and every day. So, but I do feel really comfortable with the playbook. Obviously, I'm significantly further along than I was 2 weeks ago and even last week. And so as, I get more weeks under my belt, so we get more situations out there on the field, whether it's, another 2 minutes at the end of the game, 4-minute operation situations, different defenses require different installation of plays. So as we continue to get more looks and stuff, I'll just continue getting to that mastery level. But yeah, I'm fighting to get to that level as quickly as possible. But the knowledge and knowing the playbook is leaps and bounds from where we were even a week ago. So that's exciting. That's exciting. Obviously, coming home against an opponent that the Vikings have played that I haven't played, but opponent that we know from a coaching and schematic standpoint will help us, allow us to go out, play fast, play efficient, and ideally play good football from there.
Can you feel that kind of increasing comfort level, each week, translate onto the field?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, you feel it in different situations, in the communication, and getting in and out of the huddle, and most importantly, in the adjustments that are made throughout the game. You know, just being able to know why we're calling plays, right? Know what defenses we're trying to attack, and then from there, you know, when we're not getting those looks, like, hey, how can we make an adjustment to get more ideal plays? Or when we are getting those looks, how can we take advantage of those? I do feel that comfort level is growing quickly, and it will continue to show, you know, throughout my play. Week in and week out, but at the end of the day, it comes back to the preparation. You know, it's still, you know, coming in on Wednesday, locking into the game plan. I know we have an extra day this week to look at more looks and make sure that we're on the same page. So it comes back to that preparation and making sure we're locked in, so that we have the opportunity to go out and play really good football on game day.
Josh, when you break contain out of the pocket, like, how do you balance extending the play as long as you can and making something happen like you did on the touchdown, and just throwing it away sometimes?
Yeah, it just depends on the situation. You know, obviously when you're in the red zone, ideally, especially, you know, third downs, those are huge plays in the game. It goes from kicking field goals, 3 points, to obviously scoring touchdowns, which is 7 points. And in the National Football League, where games are usually decided by 2-3 points each and every Sunday, those are the plays that change the game. And so when I'm given those situations to be able to extend the play, whether it's with my legs or looking downfield with my arm, you know, I want to try to exhaust every option to try to get the ball, but also playing smart and not forcing the ball into tight coverage in those situations. So it's a give and take. It's a little bit of a balancing act, but it's all about knowing the situation, you know, knowing when you have an opportunity to fight another down, knowing when they do have a good play call in defense, and, you know, let's unfortunately take a sack so we can kick a field goal to get our 3 points, or, you know, I have the opportunity to extend the play, find someone downfield, or run in with my legs. Let's make the most of those opportunities.
Had some reps with Justin Jefferson. Don't know whether he'll play or not, but do you almost feel like a kid at Christmas? You know that present's under the tree. You just have to wait to unwrap it.
Yeah, you know, obviously he's a great player. Like, I'm a big fan of his game, like from the time he was at LSU to what he's done since being in the National Football League. So any playmaker, obviously, like, you're excited to play with those guys on the field. But we have other playmakers that have been making plays for us. And so, you know, as Justin said, like, his health is most important. And when he's ready to come back, he'll come back. And he'll make a lot of plays for us, as he's done in the past. And so until that point, man, it's, you know, whoever's out there, you know, putting them in a position to succeed. And when the ball's supposed to go there, giving them a ball so that they can go out and make a play. And when Justin's in that spot, it'll be the same mindset. So, yeah, we're excited to see his progression. We'll be excited when he's back out there, obviously making plays and everything and having fun, because he's a great top receiver in this league. So we all know that. So we all know the type of value that he brings to this offense.
Josh, you might be like the best person to ask this, considering how many systems you've been in, but how different is the rhythm and timing, like, of footwork and drop stuff between systems?
Yeah, it's I would say it's very different. Because each player, you could call the same play, but it's going to be ran and look differently just based on the speeds of a player, or how, you know, each player interprets the look or makes their decision based off of what the defense is doing, or at the end of the day, just like how they run. Like, you know, TJ runs a choice route different than Dave Njoku in Cleveland, right? So there's a lot of give and take. It's a big feel, right? Like, as you start getting the timing of your receivers and they run the routes in the offense, and how does my footwork time up with their route? How can I get the ball out on time? So, yeah, I mean, there's a big difference between offense to offense, you know, timing, rhythm, spacing of an offense. So as a quarterback, as you said, that's like been in several of them over the past year. It's, you know, how quickly can I get on the timing and rhythm of this offense, no matter what the play is, so that the ball can come out on time, it can be accurate, and guys are in opportune positions to catch and run and make explosive plays for us.
Josh, are you used to spending this holiday in a new city?
I mean, Thanksgiving is a wonderful holiday. I'm thankful for a lot. At the end of the day, like, as long as my family's with me, I'm usually pretty good. So when you play football all the way back to Pee Wee, I think, like, when I was 5, 6 years old, we were still playing football on Thanksgiving. It was cold then in Atlanta. When you're 6, you think 40 degrees is cold, but obviously up here that's nothing. But yeah, you know, you get used to playing football or being around your teammates, being in a facility on Thanksgiving. So it never really gets weird like spending in another city. We have a pretty good routine. We just go find whatever the Capitol Grill. It's like the one steakhouse open on Thanksgiving, and they're in every single city in the United States. So we have a pretty consistent Thanksgiving ritual that we'll be excited to do tomorrow as well. So.
Where are you at generally, like off the field with getting stuff here and finding somewhere to stay and things like that?
Yeah, found somewhere to stay. We're good. So knocked off 2. We got the car, place to stay. We're doing really well. Stuff gets here like bye week, but it'll go into storage. Like we're not too stressed about off the field. We got a place to sleep. We got a car to get around, and obviously the complex provides a lot of resources that I need. So not too stressed about all that stuff. Everything's falling into place. So now the focus is on ball.
Your were your parents aware of how much airtime they got on Sunday?
I don't know. You know, some of the reactions from my dad, they look kind of mundane, like a big play happens, and they're just like sitting there, like no celebration, straight face. So we're working on their excitement level. It's a work in progress. I sent them the film. They've looked at it. They're figuring it all out. My mom gets really cold, so she spent a lot of time in the inside somewhere watching the game in Denver. So my dad just looked like he just came to the game by himself to watch the game a lot on Sunday Night Football. So they were aware that they were going to get some TV time. They did say, we'll put you on TV probably in like pregame, and then during the game we'll keep it on the football. And then like after every touchdown, they kept turning it to my parents. So but they have fun with it. They get a lot of texts from their friends and stuff, and they feel really cool that they are getting shout-outs on TV, so it's good to see.
Is this the first week they've got to spend with you here? Or?
No, so they came up to the Saints game. They got a chance to come up to that game, and then obviously they'll be here for Thanksgiving and stuff. So, as I said, they travel to every game, so they got – and then Atlanta's a Delta hub, Minnesota's a Delta hub, so they're racking up all their frequent flyer miles.
Hey, Josh, have you gotten any work with Justin at all in practice? Or
Yeah, he's been out there a little bit, so we got a chance to get some work, and that will ramp up as he continues to feel comfortable and his workload increases. So whenever he's out there in the game, like we will have had the adequate reps to go out and be on the same page to make sure that we're locked in and playing good football together. Thanks, everybody. Awesome. Thank you all. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. You guys have a great week.